The mansion stood atop a hill overlooking Montecito. A grand old dame she was. Time and weather had weathered her stone facade. Ivy clung to her walls like whispered secrets. Locals spoke of the mansion in hushed tones. Some whispered of strange lights and eerie sounds. Others told tales of a family lost to tragedy. The mansion was an enigma. She was a mystery waiting to be unraveled. The mansion had stood empty for decades. No one dared to enter its hallowed halls. Not until Kevin. He was a young historian, an old soul drawn to the past. Kevin had heard the stories. He had seen the whispers in the town's eyes. He knew the mansion held secrets, and he was determined to uncover them. Kevin's car climbed the winding road. The mansion loomed larger with every turn. He felt a thrill of anticipation, a tremor of fear. He parked at the rusted gate and stepped out. The air hung heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth. The silence was absolute, broken only by the beating of his own heart.
He pushed open the creaking gate. His footsteps echoed on the overgrown path. As he approached the front door, he felt a cold shiver run down his spine. The mansion seemed to watch him, judging his every move. He took a deep breath and raised his hand to knock, but the door swung open before his knuckles could connect, as if inviting him in.
The mansion's interior was dark and dusty, a place where time seemed to stand still. Cobwebs clung to every surface, weaving a delicate tapestry of neglect. Yet beneath the decay, Kevin could see the remnants of former grandeur, hints of a time when this place was alive with laughter and light. Intricate moldings adorned the high ceilings, telling tales of craftsmanship long forgotten. A grand staircase swept upwards into the shadows, inviting yet foreboding, leading to secrets untold.
He wandered from room to room, each step echoing through the empty halls, each one a treasure trove of forgotten memories, filled with relics of a bygone era. In the study, he found a hidden compartment behind a bookshelf, a secret waiting to be uncovered. Inside, a collection of old books lay undisturbed, their pages untouched by time, their leather covers cracked with age, each one a testament to the passage of years. One book in particular caught his eye, its presence almost calling out to him. Its cover was bare, the title lost to time, adding to its mysterious allure. As he opened it, a chill ran down his spine, as if the book itself held a dark secret. The pages were filled with strange symbols, each one more perplexing than the last. Cryptic diagrams and handwritten notes in a language he didn't recognize, hinting at knowledge long forgotten. These were more than just doodles. They were intricate designs with hidden meanings. They were clues, whispers of a hidden past waiting to be deciphered and understood.
Days turned into weeks as Kevin immersed himself in the mansion's mysteries. He spent countless hours in the dimly lit study, surrounded by the scent of old paper and the soft rustle of pages turning. He meticulously documented his findings, filling page after page with detailed notes and observations. Each entry was a step closer to understanding the mansion's secrets. Kevin photographed the cryptic symbols he found, carefully cataloging each one. He spent hours trying to decipher their meaning, cross-referencing with ancient texts and obscure references. Then one afternoon, in a dusty attic room, he stumbled upon a hidden compartment beneath the floorboards. The discovery was accidental, a loose board that creaked under his weight. Inside lay a wooden chest, its lock covered in tarnish. The chest looked ancient, untouched for decades, maybe even centuries.
With bated breath, Kevin managed to pry open the chest. The lid creaked as it lifted, revealing its contents. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed linens, lay a leather-bound journal. The journal looked well preserved, its leather cover still supple. The journal's pages were filled with elegant script. Each word was carefully penned, the handwriting a testament to the author's meticulous nature. The handwriting belonged to a man named Edward, the mansion's former owner. Edward's portrait hung in the hallway, a stern-looking man with piercing eyes. Edward wrote of a secret society, a group shrouded in mystery, their meetings held in the dead of night. A lineage of guardians entrusted with protecting a sacred artifact. This artifact was said to hold immense power, a relic from a bygone era. Kevin's heart raced as he read. He realized he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The weight of the journal in his hands felt heavier, laden with the responsibility of the secrets it contained. The mansion wasn't just a house, it was a vault, a repository of secrets passed down through generations. Each room, each corridor held a piece of the puzzle, waiting to be uncovered.
The journal became Kevin's guide. Edward's words led him on a chase through history. He spent countless hours in libraries and museums, researching ancient symbols and delving into forgotten lore.
I learned about the Guardians and their sacred duty. The symbols, once indecipherable, began to make sense. They were clues, markers left by the Guardians. Each one pointed towards the mansion's true purpose and the location of the artifact they swore to protect.
Kevin's research led him to the Freemasons, an ancient fraternity shrouded in secrecy. He discovered that Edward and generations before him had been members. The Guardians were a branch of the Freemasons, tasked with a specific and vital mission to protect the artifact, an artifact of immense power. The mansion's west wing had always been off-limits, sealed shut. Edward's journal mentioned a hidden chamber within, a chamber accessible only through a secret passage.
I searched for weeks, driven by an insatiable curiosity. Then, one evening, I noticed it, a subtle discrepancy in the pattern of the library's wallpaper. I pressed against the seemingly solid wall and a section swung inward, revealing a narrow passageway.
The air grew cold and the smell of damp earth intensified. Kevin had found it, the entrance to the mansion's deepest secret, the Chamber of Secrets. His heart pounded in his chest. He hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside. The passage opened into a small, circular chamber. The air was thick with the scent of incense. Torches flickered, casting eerie shadows on the stone walls. In the center of the chamber stood a stone pedestal. Upon it rested a velvet cushion, and on the cushion lay an ancient tome.
I approached the pedestal, my hand trembling with anticipation. I reached out and gently lifted the tome. It was heavier than I expected, as if it held the weight of centuries within its pages.
As Kevin opened the cover, a faint blue light emanated from the book's interior. He gasped. The pages were filled with writing, but it wasn't any language he recognized. These were ancient runes, symbols of immense power. The journal provided a key to understanding the runes, each symbol a piece of a larger puzzle that had been lost to time. It spoke of an ancient ritual, one that had been performed for centuries by those who sought to protect a powerful artifact. A ritual to bind the artifact's power, to keep it safe from those who would exploit its energy. The ceremony was intricate, involving chants and symbols that had to be perfectly aligned.
The ritual required two guardians, individuals chosen for their strength and wisdom, a bond of brotherhood forged in ceremony, a connection that went beyond mere friendship. It was a sacred duty passed down through generations.
Kevin knew he couldn't do this alone. The weight of the responsibility was too great for one person to bear. He needed someone he could trust, someone who understood the magnitude of their discovery, someone who shared his passion for history and adventure. He called his oldest friend Marcus, an archaeologist with a thirst for adventure and a deep understanding of ancient cultures.
Marcus, you have to see this. It's incredible. You won't believe what we found.
Marcus arrived the next day, skepticism fading into awe as Kevin revealed the mansion's secrets. The grandeur of the place was overwhelming. They stood together in the chamber, the weight of history heavy upon them. The air was thick with the presence of those who had come before. They were chosen, the latest in a long line of guardians, their destiny intertwined with the fate of the artifact. The responsibility was immense, but they were ready to face it together. The ritual was complex. It involved a series of incantations, offerings to ancient deities, and the exchange of blood vows. Kevin and Marcus stood opposite each other, the ancient tome resting on the pedestal between them. They began the chant, their voices echoing in the chamber.
Are you ready for this, Kevin? As ready as I'll ever be.
The air crackled with energy. The blue light from the tome intensified, bathing them in its otherworldly glow. They made a small incision on their palms, their blood mingling on the tome's cover, a symbol of their shared purpose, their eternal bond. As they finished the final incantation, a wave of energy pulsed through the chamber. The tome slammed shut. Silence descended. A sudden crash from above shattered the silence. Someone was in the mansion. Kevin and Marcus exchanged a worried look. They had been so focused on the ritual, so oblivious to the outside world. They had not heard the intruder enter. Fear gave way to determination. He was a guardian now. He had a duty to protect the artifact. He grabbed a heavy candlestick from the chamber wall and motioned for Marcus to stay put. He crept out of the chamber, his senses on high alert. Moving through the darkened hallways, each creak of the floorboards sent shivers down his spine. He could hear the intruder moving above, getting closer. Kevin crept up the stairs, moving silently, his heart pounding. He peeked around the corner into the library. A man with a crowbar was prying at the secret bookcase entrance. Kevin didn't hesitate. He lunged, bringing the candlestick down on the intruder's head. The man crumpled to the floor, unconscious. Relief washed over Kevin. They were safe for now. They tied up the intruder and called the police. As they waited, they stood together, shoulder to shoulder, bound not just by their shared history, but by the events of this night. The ritual had forged a bond between them, a bond stronger than blood. They were guardians, protectors of the mansion and its secrets. They repaired the breach in the library, reinforced the hidden entrance to the Chamber of Secrets, and placed the ancient tome back on its pedestal. The blue light had faded, but its power still hummed in the air. The police arrived and apprehended the intruder. He was just a common thief, drawn, like so many before him, by rumors of treasure. He had no idea about the true secrets the mansion held, the secrets that Kevin and Marcus now swore to protect. The mansion on the hill stood silent once more, its secrets safe for another generation. Kevin and Marcus knew their duty was far from over. They were bound to this place, bound to each other, bound by the legacy of the Guardians. Years later, the mansion bustled with vibrant life and energy. Kevin and Marcus, now older, had turned it into a haven for historians and scholars from around the globe. People drawn to the mysteries and secrets of the past. They came from all over the world to study, to learn, and to celebrate the mansion's rich legacy. They held a yearly gathering, a grand celebration of the Guardians and their sacred duty. The mansion on the hill was no longer a place of shadows and secrets. It was now a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment, a testament to the enduring power and influence of the past, and a reminder that some bonds once forged can never be broken or forgotten.